Hey, I'm back with another video. Immediately, I'm getting like you did something stupid. Did you? That's a very specific message. I felt really sad saying that. I don't mean to be mean. I don't mean to be mean, but why? Yeah, maybe you did something. Actually, no, maybe you didn't do anything stupid. Maybe you just did something that you regret. And yeah, I think you're looking for guidance on what to do now. So let's look into that. Right, so the first card that we're getting is the Ace of Swords. That's interesting. I said that like I know exactly what the card means, but I don't. I'm just like, yeah, you're overthinking something. That's what the card means. Like you can clearly see there's like a spiral. And I got this message in another reading. I don't know by who, but yeah. Like what if you dig so deep you actually come out on the other side? So maybe you didn't do anything stupid. Maybe something happened and you're overthinking what you did and what you might have done that would have caused that, which isn't really fair to you, because it's not your fault. And the second card that speaks about this is the Four of Cups in reverse. All of her joy is spilling out. It's like spilling out of the cup. She looks so sad. I also don't know what this card means, but we're gonna find out soon. And the third card that speaks about this, the third card is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. She looks like she's kind of hanging from the ceiling with like a root on her foot, like something tied to her, like she's hanging because it's in reverse. So thank you for this. And thank you, Spirit. I never know how to address them. Thanks. I immediately got the 21. So maybe the number 21. 21 came up in the last video that I did. Maybe 21 is significant to you. 21. Truth. She's taking her mask off. Yeah, something about the truth. Something about... I'm kind of getting like you might have to... You know the truth. You might have to define the truth for yourself in this situation, and whatever, like, you're allowed to come out on top here. Confirmation outside, like it's loud as hell. The second card is one. Purpose. One. Purpose. So let's look at the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords speaks about new hope, clear vision, aha moment, uncovered truth, higher state of consciousness, memory, or a thought, communication, victory, success and triumph, genius idea. Yeah, what if you dig so deep you come out on the other side? What if you allow your brain to come up with the worst answers that it can to the questions that you're asking. Like maybe you're watching YouTube videos and you're thinking, oh, can I get an answer for this specific question? Like, why did this happen? Why did this happen the way it did? Why did they leave? I'm getting yeah, what's the worst answer to that? And why does that answer hurt so much? Maybe you write it down. It's like, why, what's the worst why that you can come up with, and why does that hurt you so much? I would focus on that. An intense enlightenment is coming. New doors are opening. And that often means that you're getting a revolutionary idea that changes your life or marks an important spiritual breakthrough. You maybe feel this on like an intellectual level. Like maybe you're reacting differently than you thought you would react in certain situations. You should remember that nothing can compare to the clear rays of wisdom and truth. So if you're dealing with a cloudy mind, cloudy decision making, or like brain fog, or just not confusion, it's time to reach for the light of honesty. I think if you allow yourself to come up with the worst case scenario, it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna ultimately realize that it's not true. It's just not the truth. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'm so unlovable, I'm never ever gonna be happy again. What if? And you will allow yourself to entertain that thought. You actually map out why it hurts so much, and then you realize it's just not true. Like, that's just, how could you know? It's just not true. Maybe like ultra specific, but maybe you're like bombarded by social media and everything's like this hopeless landscape of here's this horrible thing that happened to me. Like maybe you're seeing videos of like people whose dream kind of exploded or something like that. Like, here's how the worst thing ever fucking happened to me and stuff like that. And it feels so saturated. It feels like it's happening to everyone, but that it's not gonna happen to you. Again, this is like really specific, but maybe you like, trigger warning, eating disorders. Maybe you like struggle with an eating disorder, and like, this is ultra specific, so this might not resonate for everyone, but like, maybe you're watching videos like, here's how I dieted myself into obesity, here's how blah blah blah, here's how my binge eating disorder made me obese, and like, seek help, seek perspectives, definitely, but like, you know full well you're not obese. You know full well you're nowhere near dieting yourself to being obese. So what is that telling you? Why is that your worst case scenario? like, investigate that. Investigate the worst case scenarios. Yeah, I feel like that's a clear message. Investigate the worst case scenario. What's the worst thing that could happen, and why is it the worst thing that could happen? What part of you would suffer if it came down to it? Yeah, so think about that. And you will get moments of clarity. You will. Just dig down deep enough, because you will come out on the other side. Now, 4 of Cups in reverse. Focusing on the negatives, pessimism, time to learn gratitude, and a gentle nudge to stop complaining. So I think this is interesting because I feel like that's a mindset that rules over you. In general, you have this mindset of, I have to be grateful, I have to be this, I can't focus on negative aspects of my life, I can't feel my emotions fully. What if I never stop crying? But that's just like not true. Yeah, no, just yeah, I feel like maybe the need to stop complaining doesn't mean you need to stop complaining. It means you need to start feeling what you're feeling. Like, you need to, matter of fact, you need to focus on the negative aspects. You need to see why the things that hurt you so much. Because then, only then, you can see things from a new perspective. Looking for another positive outcome in this situation is not going to offer you a new perspective. You've already told yourself why it's okay, why you're physically safe, why this won't have impact on your future, why blah blah blah. Like, you've assured yourself, you've assured your friends, you've taken care of yourself in the physical. That's great, but what's the worst thing that could happen, and why is that the worst thing that could happen? Just keep asking yourself. And then focus on what you can do, or try to think of a way you could address this. Like, I'm not getting like a specific situation, or maybe like a relationship setting. Like, for the future, what does this mean? For me tomorrow, what does this mean? Like, for me in the next 10 minutes, what does this mean? Don't dwell. Definitely don't dwell on the worst case scenario, but the thing is, if you actually felt it, if you actually allowed yourself to truly entertain it, truly feel it, you would snap out of it. That's the only way you can allow yourself to be like, actually, this is not true, is to truly think about it. Because I feel like you're a very rational person. I feel like you're a very logical person, but logical not meaning logical taking emotional factors into account. Very emotionally intelligent, just a very intelligent person. So in order for you to believe something to be true, you need to have evidence, and you can't get the evidence if you don't allow yourself to consider the worst case scenario. I've said it like a million times, so yeah. Yeah. Calm your mind with meditation, and you will see that life is better than it seems. It's up to you to grasp everything that's within reach. Interesting. The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Avoidance, inefficient growth, like inefficient development, learning from past mistakes, procrastination, unrealized plans. When I said that the Page of Pentacles was like chained to the ceiling, she's like grounded. Grounded. Yeah, maybe it's time for you to redefine what it means to ground yourself. I think a lot of the times you might strive to ground yourself to escape the emotion you're feeling, but in reality, when you truly ground yourself, you will become so connected with yourself that you will have no choice than to feel your emotions. So don't avoid it. You might be in a situation where you're thinking, but this is so inconvenient. You might be quite annoyed. You might be thinking, this is so inconvenient. I don't have time to feel my emotions. I don't have time to, or you think or you know that you will get overwhelmed by the power of them. So you're like, I don't have the time to do that right now, but you have to. You have to. You're gonna feel better. Not in the moment. Eventually, you're gonna feel better. Maybe buy a journal. Buy a new journal. It's time to buy a new journal. Or pick up a journal. Write everything unfiltered. Write as if no one's gonna read it. Write as if you're not ever gonna read it again. This is not like don't do like a performance journal. Don't do, maybe some of you stop journaling eventually, because every time you journal, you try to write comprehensively or try to write in a structured manner or try to write in a certain way that slowly leads you to consider that other people, like you're sort of writing like a book rather than a journal. Just scribble something down. Maybe just write down because that's how you feel. Treat it like no one's ever gonna read it, because the point is not reading it, the point is writing it. The point is not to take away a lesson from your feelings, the point is to feel them. So take that how it resonates. Maybe a few things still need to click together, but that doesn't change the fact that you're already on your way. Yeah. You can be practical and you can be realistic, especially when it comes to your emotionality and your not emotionality, no, when it comes to like you've been through things, so you have faith that you're gonna be okay, because you have done a lot of work. You have full trust, you have the knowledge that you can take care of yourself, that you will be okay, but you don't have proof, and it's making you feel so unsafe. And I need you to investigate why. I need you to focus on why. Funnily enough, number 21, truth. The first card, the second card that I pulled, number 1, is on page 21. So again, 21. There's this specific lyric. It's like, when I was 21, I learned that no one gives a fuck. It's really up to you to care about all the things you want. It's Tiffany Day. I don't remember the song name. So maybe you're 21, or just 21 is significant. Like, you have to feel your feelings for no other purpose than it is gonna make you feel better. Like, it's gonna make you feel better. Especially if you're stuck in like a mind block or something, or like a bed rot situation, like you can't get up, you can't move. Cry, and then appreciate when that gives you motivation to get up and go blow your nose or something. Yeah, take it slow. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Number 21, Aya, the truth. If we want to be successful, we need to be honest and transparent. Choose the ethical path. Search in the situation that you are dealing with right now. Search justice in the situation that you're dealing with right now. But don't forget that the truth and justice don't have to be the same. So maybe you, and I'm getting this is like a repeating motif in your life. Maybe you deal with situations where it's just unfair. You just feel like it's unfair. Like, you are so sick and tired of having to take care of yourself. You're like, why? It's so unfair. Why do I have to prove myself over and over and over again? And it's not about proving anything. It's just unfair. And it sucks. And that might be your truth. Because another part of your truth is that you're gonna make it through. And there's a lot of melancholy and sadness in this, I think, or in this realization for you. Because you keep hoping that something's gonna be a helping hand, someone's gonna be a helping hand, someone's gonna just ease this burden off of your shoulders, someone's gonna help you. But they won't feel what you feel. So you have to do it yourself. There's no other way. Yeah, maybe take a couple of days to process that. You don't have to do anything right now. But you have to be the one who feels your own emotion. Number 1, purpose. Stop for a second and deeply think what experiences you want to be experiencing. Why do you want to experience specifically that? What are you missing? Knowledge is too much. The better you know yourself, the clearer your purpose. Stay where you are. What did I say? Stay where you are. Feel your own emotions. Grounding yourself means embodying your emotion, not running away from it. Look at this card. I'm sure maybe you were anywhere away from that doorway up until now. Maybe you were looking forward to, going into the ocean, swimming in the ocean. You didn't want to go through this door, but now you have to. There's like heaven in front of you. You just have to go forward. No, that's wrong. You don't have to go forward. You will. You can stay where you are and things will move around you. It doesn't matter who's going where. You just have to feel your own emotions. That's the message. That's how you're gonna get better. It's not fair. But it's gonna be better for you. You will get better. So yeah, that's the message for today. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.